Hey James, so I took a look at this assignment. I thought you did a pretty good job. Now, your storytelling wise was good, your idea was pretty good, the drawings need some help. So that's what we're going to talk about now. The first thing I would mention here on this particular shot, you got a big guy in the foreground and a big, a big character in the foreground here, a little character in the background. Now right here you have this chair, which is kind of blocking your first character's point of view to the other characters. So what I would suggest to fix that is you take this chair and move it out of the way. Put it over there. That way these two guys right here and right here have a clear line of vision. Another way to handle this, to change the staging up a bit, would be you've got your Don over here. Here's his desk. You put the chair this way. Your guy here, he's coming in the door. This door opening to the inside. Something like that. Now by doing that, what you have here is this thing is pointing to the guy. The hat is pointing to the guy. This door is pointing in. Everything draws your eye to this guy. And there's nothing here blocking it like you had before. Alright, so let's move on to the next couple of drawings here. You start off with this establishing shot. Then you come in, you see the guy, hey. As far as dialogue go, we might get into this on another lesson. I don't think you need to have the dialogue here. It says, can the formalities, Bruno. You can get that idea just from the acting of your Bruno character. So he comes in, hey, it's such an honor to be in your presence. He's like, take a seat. So he comes up, he sits down. This was good, this kind of camera thing you did here. The guy's talking now, Bruno. I'm sure you understand why I summoned you here today. And you start to pull back and reveal this guy's a baby. He's got baby stuff hanging around. This here, okay, so this was a cool misdirected. He looks like he has a cigarette. He reaches up and boom, pulls out a lollipop. Now, what you need to do here to make it clearer, this panel here, you really need to pull the posing here. You got all this stuff going on here with the hand, all this happening in front of his face. It's hard to see what's going on. So to fix that, you could, and I know it's supposed to look like, the way you drew it, he's got a cigarette in his mouth. Put that hand, let's get with the black. Put that hand over here. Let's get some silhouette value going on. That way, when he pulls it out, you could have his lips stretching as he's pulling. And then when you pop to this other frame here, this one, you'll have a little difference in the drawing. So this pose needs to be stronger. This in between needs to be stronger. Have the lips pulling and then pop. You've got the guy. That will explain that to the audience better. Okay, so now you have this shot here. All the toys and stuff. I'm supposing this is like an establishing shot. Because you reveal that they're a baby. This is where they're sitting and their size relationship. And then you cut into here. This panel. Well, I guess it works. It's kind of a problem for me, though. I think that this guy should be looking the other direction, because you establish two characters facing each other. The Don is on the left, Bruno's on the right. So you want to put Bruno looking, over to him, that direction. I realize you kind of have him turning away from the guy. I don't know that it quite works. Put the scared. He's holding his hat, right? Just think it'd work better this way. So try that on your panel. Next, he's looking at him, scratching his head. Some nice acting there. Okay, this panel here is not working because, as we talked about in comedy, flat staging works a little better. So you have this thing coming at us. I guess if you were doing this in 3D, that would be cool, but as far as it being clear, it doesn't quite work. You need to restage to make this gag more effective. It needs to be restaged on a flat. Like this part works, but this throwing thing doesn't because there's not enough in between him throwing and that. So, over here, I would say you have your Don character. He's got the lollipop in his hand. We could even, bring this over a bit more. So here's his chair. He pulls it back. Then the next panel, the next panel he throws it. Okay, so you see a clear motion between the two panels. This one, that one. Alright, I think you get the idea there. Back to the deal. Okay, hits him in the face. Bam. These two panels, boom, boom. You need more silhouette value. You need to see Bruno, the impact of this lollipop hitting him. So his hands could be off. His body's off screen. As the thing comes in, smack! So, poof, the thing hit him so hard, pushes him off frame. I hope you get that. So you see the difference in between the two panels. Alright, next, comes back in, he's got this. Lollipop stuck to his face. The baby character, he comes walking up. That was kind of cool. I liked this bit. Although, your camera placement here is not good. It's too high. You need your camera placement down here. Now, I realize you're trying to put the little guy high up in the frame, right? So he's showing that he's dominant. The big guy low in the frame. But if you do something like this, here's your Bruno character, right? And then here is the Don character. Okay, camera low. And then, as he comes up at us, he's getting bigger in the frame as he walks over to the other guy. Oops, there we go, walking. Okay, so you'll see a change, small to big. And that will overpower this character here. We can put a little bit of shading on this. Whoops. To differentiate the two. Okay, so he comes up, and you could even, as he's getting closer, you could drift the panel over a bit and zoom in. So by the time he gets all the way up here, you've got Bruno cowering and Don over him, looking down, you know, being the dominant one. I don't know, was he got a tie or something? Okay. Something like that. Alright, so That's what's wrong. This camera angle here is too high. This panel, let's go back to this one a bit. You need an A-B pose here. As he's struggling with this, then he's like, "Nyeh, nyeh," you know, he's pulling it off of his face, trying to get it off. That would make that a little bit clearer. Okay, so walks up. This is a good shot. I like this. Looks good. Grabs the thing and rips it off. Okay, keep this hand, this arm out of the frame. I would have gone for the gag here of the, well, let's see. No, you were doing a reveal. But see, by pulling that arm out of there, it's not in the way of your action of him pulling the lollipop off. So let's take a look at that. He reaches, he pulls it off. Throws it away. Cut to the guy. His hair is missing. Wah, wah. That could be clearer. Yeah, Dawn here. You want to see the face, you know, the hair ripped off. You could maybe even go further with this. Let's see. This is not a good drawing. Let's pull that off. You have your Bruno character. Giving him a friar tuck or something like that. Pulling the hair out of the middle. It just needs to be clearer as to where that hair came from. Alright. So then, you know, you have the gag of the hair ripped off. Show the side where the hair's ripped off instead of the hair again. Now he looks normal. You could get more mileage out of that gag. Alright. This is cool. Pulls him face to face and says, I hope not. Alright, that's good. But I would have suggest that you have Dawn higher in the frame, Bruno lower. So here's our two guys. Alright, so higher, lower. As you have them, he's covering up more space. So you would just tilt it a bit. Otherwise, so good idea. I liked it. Good pacing in this story. I liked your reveals and stuff. You just need to work on the dynamics of the drawing so that they pop more. A little more A-B panels in there. So that's it, James. Let's go on to the next assignment.